Hello and welcome to the House of Cars podcast. Coming up, we've got Disney plans to launch new products for ad-supported tier of Disney Plus. Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies confirms Christmas special plans. The Grand Tour Eastern Europe special, release date, locations, cars, and everything we know so far. And finally, the Hyundai Ioniq 6 will start at £46,745 in the UK. All this and more is to come on the latest episode of the House of Cars podcast. The Grand Tour Eastern Europe special. Release date, locations, cars, and everything we know so far. Fresh from the Sub-Zero spectacle that was a Scandi flick, Clarkson, Hammond and May will be back together on Prime Video in 2023 with an Eastern Europe special. The Grand Tour team are making up for lost time during lockdown and have already filmed their next season 5 special. Earlier this year, Clarkson, Hammond and May released a snow-ice-filled Arctic special called Scandi Flick. But fans won't have long to wait to see the gang back on the road. Although Scandi Flick only came out in September, the trio had already filmed an Eastern European odyssey before their Nordic adventure was released on Prime Video. Here is everything you need to know about the Grand Tour Season 5 Eastern European special. So, when is the next Grand Tour special release date? Or what is the next Grand Tour special release date? Clarkson, Hammond and May filmed their Season 5 special before Scandi Flicks was released in September. It usually takes executive producer Andy Willman and the production team 6 to 8 months to turn around the footage into a final film. So we can probably expect the next special to be reaching Prime Video in spring of next year, of 2023 that is. Where is the next special being filmed? The next Grand Tour special is a trek across Eastern Europe, which will reportedly explore the impacts of World War II on the region. The presenters have been spotted filming in various locations such as Gdansk and the Tor Poznan racetrack, where, according to Grand Tour Nation, Richard Hammond had yet another crash. An Instagram post from Clarkson revealed that the team had also visited a prisoner of war camp during their trip. The full journey is expected to follow Clarkson, Hammond and May on the road from Poland through the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, before finishing their journey in Slovenia. When asked about the Eastern Europe special in September, Hammond said, "It's just great to be released into the great outdoors with your mates that you've worked with for 20 years. We love it. I've worked in television for decades, and we just don't get to see a crew of that size and that level of professionalism and idiocy, I mean. If you watch them where they're bored, honestly, it's terrifying. There's lots of waiting at borders or airports or for cameras to be set up, but honestly, give them a can and a handful of stones and they can entertain themselves for hours. It's like a zoo exhibit. But then, when it calls for them to be professional, they leap up and swing into action. They're absolute machines. But they're bored with nothing to do. They're idiots. But if they're bored with nothing to do, they're idiots. What would they be driving? Reports from fans who followed progress on filming revealed that Clarkson will drive a Mitsuka Lysaida. Hammond is using a Chevrolet SSR, and James May will be traveling in a Crosley convertible. Seasons 1 to 5 of the Grand Tour are available to watch exclusively on Prime Video. Prime Video is also the home of Clarkson Farm, James May's Our Man travel series, and Richard Hammond's Great Escapists. Clarkson's Farm is confirmed for Season 2 to return in 2023, and Season 3 will follow in 2024. The next special, according to Andy Willman, will have all confirmed that they are to keep on making the Grand Tour, but there is no confirmed location for the next Season 5 special. However, Willman did tell The Sun that there is one destination they've never filmed in before that they would like to explore. We've always wanted to go for its beauty to Iran, but we've never managed to get in there. It's just tricky and tricky and tricky. He said, "There's always that's always been on our Christ knows what we would do, but we've always wanted to go there. That's our number one." All seasons of the Grand Tour are now available exclusively on Prime Video for Prime Video customers. Coming up next, Disney plans new products for ad-supported tier of Disney Plus. After this, Disney plans to launch new products for ad-supported tier of Disney Plus. As Disney launches the ad-supported tier of Disney Plus Thursday, subscribers can expect to see 15 and 30-second commercials from marketers including Mario, Chick-fil-A, and Mercedes. The real bells and whistles are likely to arrive next year. Disney expects to introduce a number of ad tech innovations to its advertising offering on Disney Plus in 2023, says Rita Furrow, the company's president of advertising sales. We want to make sure that for the first time, brands can come into the platform and have a great experience, he says. But in the not too distant future, there are plans to continue to drive innovation across our ad technologies, he adds. Those are coming and will likely be discussed in 2023. Launch of the ad-supported tier comes as many major media companies have grown concerned about their viability of streaming. Disney and its rivals have thrown millions of dollars into the creation of new content amid wooing subscribers to Disney Plus, HBO Max, and more. But there's a growing sense among investors and media executives that growing subscribers will become more and more difficult, particularly as more streamers go online and potential customers worry about what's in their wallet as fears rise about a possible recession. A survey of 11,435 US streaming customers by Kantar found that 1 in 4 Disney Plus subscribers was willing to watch ads on the new tier in exchange for paying a lower price. Disney intends to seek out $8 a month for the Disney Plus ad supported tier and $11 a month for the service without commercials. Disney has secured more than 100 advertisers for launch of their commercial tiers to Furrow and has commitments from all major media agencies, including Dentsu, Havas, Horizon, Interpublic Groups, Media Brands, Omicron Media, and dozen other different ad categories, including retail, apparel, autos, financial services, restaurants, technology, telecom, consumer goods, and travel to the service. Furrow says advertisers have contributed enough different creative executions to ensure viewers won't feel they are being inundated with the same ad time and time again, a growing concern for streaming subscribers and the advertisers who wish to reach them. Most of the commercials will show up in the form of so-called pre-rolls and mid-rolls, says executive. Disney has committed to show no more than 4 minutes of commercials per hour and will not run ads for alcohol or political campaigns. Users who are identified as preschools or young children under the age of 7 will not be as served as and users will not be served ads, and users identified as being under 17 will see ads but will not be allowed to be targeted specifically by sponsors, says Furrow. By the time the industry starts to plan for its next upfront ad sales session in 2023, Furrow expects to be able to talk to advertisers about how ads should appear alongside series and movies, as well as in programming that is streamed live as it happens. While Netflix has recently started to sell ads for its own commercial tier, Furrow feels Disney hasn't been competing with those efforts. We are out. We were out first in the upfront earlier this year, she notes, and the company was able to use its long-standing ties with Madison Avenue to introduce the new tier along with the rest of its portfolio. Furrow says that Disney Plus ad slots are not sold out by design. We had really strong demand from advertisers, she notes, but the last thing we wanted to do was take too many and not be able to deliver the results clients sought. And that's Disney Plus plans for an ad-supported tier next year. All this and more afterwards. Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies confirms Christmas special plans. From Digital Spy, apologies. Returning showrunner Russell T Davies has announced that he is working on a Christmas special for the 14th season of Doctor Who. The It's a Sin creator revealed the exciting news in a new interview for Doctor Who magazine. Davies explains, for the first time ever, I'm writing a Christmas special at Christmas, before he confirmed that this festive treat would be released in 2024 and shared, and this isn't for next year. No, the 2022 script has been long signed off. The new one is for the end of year 2024. As Davies prepares for the show's future, Whovian fans are in the middle of a 13-month gap between the final outing of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor that aired in October and the highly anticipated 60th anniversary special landing in late 2023. However, Davies reassured viewers that they won't have to wait for as long for future installments. He continued, It takes a while to get the Empire in shape, but that's a serious plan. Annual Doctor Who, no gap years, lots of content on and on. As part of the 60th anniversary celebrations, previous Doctor Who actors such as David Tennant, Tom Baker, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Christopher Eccleston, Peter Davison, and Paul McGann are set to unite for an audio drama series titled Doctor Who Once and Future. The 8-part series will follow the Doctor as he sets out to solve the mystery of his degeneration, while he runs into old friends and, of course, enemies along the way. Meanwhile, filming began earlier this week for Series 14, which will see sex education's Ncuti Gatwa take up the mantle as the Doctor, while former Coronation Street star Millie Gibson will star alongside as his companion Ruby Sunday. Following the casting announcement in Children in Need last month, Gibson said in a statement, "While still being in total disbelief, I'm beyond honoured to be cast as the Doctor's companion. It is a gift of a role and a dream come true, and I will do everything to try and fill the boots the fellow companions have travelled in before me. And what better way to do that than being by the fabulous Ncuti Gatwa's side? I just can't wait to get started." Doctor Who returned in 2023 on BBC One in the UK and Disney Plus elsewhere. Meanwhile, in the US, the show airs on BBC America with series 1 to 12 available on HBO Max. Classic Doctor Who streams on BritBox in the UK. And finally, just before I leave you, the Hyundai Ioniq 6 will start at £46,745 in the UK. Hyundai UK has announced prices for the striking Ioniq 6, and interestingly, it'll cost just a couple of £100 more than the equivalent Ioniq 5. So here goes. The 6 only comes in a big battery 77.4 kilowatts form, and the entry level premium with a single motor rear wheel drive layout will set you back £46,745. That's compared to £46,650 for the 5. The premium tier trim apparently brings 20-inch wheels, front and rear LED lighting, heated seats, and all round um, and a 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen. The single motor also provides 226 brake horsepower and 258 pounds foot of torque. Step up to the twin motor version with all-wheel drive, and you're looking at 320 brake horsepower and 446 pounds of torque, as well as a price tag of £50,245 for the aforementioned premium trim. Then at the top of the tree, there's Ultimate Trim, which starts at the same £50,245, but for the single motor version, but brings things called Eco Leather and relaxation upfront seats. Sounds lovely. Plus, with the Ultimate Trim, you get the option of upgrading even further to digital side mirrors, although for the cost of that usually rather pointless extra, you could probably nab yourself the 53,745 full fat trim motor version, twin motor version. And that is the Hyundai Ioniq 6, starting at £46,745 in the UK. That's all I have time for this week on the podcast. I'll be back in the next few weeks with more news regarding motoring, Doctor Who, Disney Plus, and the Grand Tour above all else. But if I don't see you before then, have a great Christmas, and I'll see you after in the new year. Bye for now.